Update number 2 for the for my little self quarantine, self isolation, self isolation, not idolization, because shit, man, I already got like narcissism problems of my own. Um, I didn't do much of anything yesterday. Um, well, it's not entirely true, but I slept in late. Uh, Spent some time talking to my mom, and just got all my ducks in a row, and then I'm supplementing work with poker right now, so I ended up playing from noon until 11:30 p.m., which is literally pretty much all of my day. I stayed at my desk. Um, at the beginning and at the end of the day, I've looked at the updates and just see what's going on in the world. Like I said, I really feel like everything's reaching a boiling point, and it's proven to be true. They've now closed schools here in Arizona. Which is I definitely think it's like something that's necessary, something that if we really want to stop the spread of it, it's going to be one of those things that really slows it down. But that being said, it'll be interesting to see the repercussions because parents have day jobs. Parents didn't plan on taking care of their kids. Callie even brought up the point. Some of those kids, rely on school lunches to have like healthy and nutritious day. So it's pretty crazy. I've never experienced anything like this in my lifetime. They've even narrowed down groups of people. They're trying to not get gatherings of more than 10 people together. I know in a bunch of cities and states, like gatherings of 50 or more just like banned entirely. It's still a wild world out there. Callie left today to stock up on groceries, and she says it's crazy out there. People are acting crazy out there. There's like she's never seen like entire shelves cleared out like that. They didn't have potatoes or rice, entirely out of potatoes and rice. Just shows what kind of freaking flavor profile these white people are after. Yeah, I mean, I've been fine. Like I said, I've been feeling. Callie's been having like a little bit of a sore throat, some vocal fry as well. But she also just doesn't know if it's just from, the very busy time we've been having, like, just driving to and from LA and like all the time in between. It was really rainy while we were in LA, which didn't help anything. The other thing too is I heard that just days after we left, food was all it's only to go now. People can't have sit down restaurants, which is like I remember even thinking that because we went to the Bumblefish a second time, which is like spot on, really good brunch food. But the whole time I was in there, there's like a shit ton of people in there. I'm like, if this thing's serious, like this isn't gonna be allowed. And sure enough, days later, shit's not allowed. You can't. It's kind of crazy. The only other thing I really wanted to touch on that I felt like necessary to share just because it's from my own perspective and I was talking to my mom as well because she works retail. A lot of our work lives are going to change a ton. I mean, I work at 2 restaurants, one more than the other at the moment now, but they both sent out lengthy messages explaining like there's a big dip in business. We're not really sure how long it's going to last. Hours are going to have to be cut. For us, this time of year is season. This time of year is, the time of year that boosts our hourly for the whole year. So we always take a dip in the summer. It always slows down for like waiters in the summer here in Tucson, in Arizona in general, because it gets so hot. We have so many snowbirds. So basically, like, season got cut early by like in half this year, right? And I can gamble and hope that that goes well. I know that I'm a winning player, whatever. But most other people don't have another form of income. For my mom, like people not going to the mall is going to directly affect her, and it's going to directly affect her hours. It's going to directly affect her bonuses, her sales, and all these different things. There's really nothing we can do about it, and it's tough because you know it's good to isolate because we don't want this virus to spread. But at the same time, life has to go on, right? Like we have to continue to fulfill our responsibilities, got to pay our bills, got to take care of our families, got to educate yourself to, like, I want to travel the world. I don't want to be restricted forever, you know? And I would hope that we're not. And I hope that, but I mean, the government released a statement that all, like, normal life might not come back to the United States until August. Like, if we do a really good job, which is crazy. Um, so yeah, I'm fine. I'm still holed up here. It's gonna be interesting to see how things go. Obviously, like, freaking Dow Jones plummeted like a historical amount, like 3,000 points today. So it's gonna be an interesting rocky road. I luckily didn't have too much money tied up in stocks, but I know that some people have a large portion of their portfolio in stocks. So I'm gonna have to ride it out. Hope that everything works out okay. Um, but yeah, me and Callie are gonna be holed up here for another 4 days or so, I think. Um, we got everything we need now. We don't really have to leave anymore. I left today for the first time just to get smokes, which I know is terribly selfish of me. Didn't touch anybody, didn't get close to anybody, paid for everything myself, washed my hands really thoroughly. But yeah, man, shit stressed me out, man. I just can't. Um, but yeah, I hope everybody's just taking good care of themselves, and we need to be aware, but not scared. Okay? Fear makes people do silly things. Fear fucks you up. So, this is my update for today. I'll do another update tomorrow, and just how I feel, what it's like to be isolated, what it's like to be posted up. But I'm going to start another long day of poker and hope that it's a profitable day and hope that I can continue to pay my bills. And I'll be back to work on Friday. So